Hi friends, welcome back to my channel on emotional intelligence, and this is Srilatha. Today let us discuss on the topic how to end the very suffering in our lives. In my previous video I have told you or explained you what are the causes of suffering and types of suffering an individual undergoes in his life. But in this video we are going to talk about specifically on the external suffering, that is suffering not caused by any individual to himself, but the other external factors or external entities of this world. So before I start this topic, let me ask you a question. Are you the only one suffering in this world? Have you ever questioned yourself? No, right? Suffering is a part and parcel of every living form on this planet. So there is suffering for each and every living organism throughout their lifetimes. There is suffering. Suffering due to lack of food, which is the most important need for survival of every living being on this earth. So, suffering due to lack of food or due to misunderstandings in relationships between individuals or non achievements of goals by especially the youth. Also, there is suffering due to lack of love or money or materialistic things or lack of uh, peace on this world due to man made wars between any two countries, of which one wants to be the superior to the other. Also, there is suffering due to bad weather conditions or natural disasters like volcanoes or earthquakes, etc. There is suffering also due to spreadable viral infections like flus, plagues, or COVID like diseases on this earth. So, I want to put a question to you here. Can we all avoid these unexpected so called man made or natural disasters which are leading to suffering not only for human beings, for every living form on this planet? No, right? Or can we escape from facing them at least? Even this is not possible. So each and every life form has to definitely undergo the process of suffering as and when time demands to evolve itself into a higher version. So, there has to be suffering present in everybody's life as it has its own vital importance in order to understand the true joy of bliss, happiness, or ecstasy. But unlike bliss, which lasts for few hours or say days, the suffering lasts for a longer period of duration, depending upon the intensity of pain it has caused within you. Until and unless one understands the truth, one cannot know which is false or vice versa. So, same is the case with suffering or bliss. Both suffering and bliss are just antonyms. So, when one starts vanishing, the other starts appearing in one's life. Every living organism which is created by the universe on this earth has to go through a step by step process of pain and suffering even before they are born, that is, during their birthing process, to evolve into a complete life form. For example, a caterpillar has to undergo the process of metamorphosis to transform itself into a fully formed butterfly. So, how many of you actually know that even a baby of a human being has to go through this process of suffering even before it is born? So, when the baby in the mother's womb wants to see this world, finally, then both undergo an extreme process of suffering which they haven't ever gone through in their lifetimes. Also, they are under constant pressure of suppression and expansion until the baby is out of the mother's womb. And once this baby is into this new world, it struggles for its first breath of life for few minutes because it's a completely different kind of atmosphere which it was undergoing in the mother's womb, and now after coming out it's a totally different atmosphere. So until and unless the baby aligns to the breathing pattern of the outside atmosphere, it cannot survive. When you are in the process of suffering, please stop switching back and forth between the past, the present, and the future. Also, stop comparing yourself or your situations to others. This will help in reducing the additional stress that is caused to your own suffering. So one cannot escape suffering in time, but can undergo this process gracefully by dying to the very suffering itself, by paying absolute attention to the process. That is, by shedding your tears, your emotions, all your anger, your pain, or your bad memories associated with the suffering, by accepting the suffering in its totality. Hence, please try to understand what is the root of your suffering, and please do not judge or come to any conclusion quickly without actually going through the process of suffering. When the suffering ends, there is a new state of being, a new hope, a new passion for life itself. As you can see, all the trees shut down their leaves in every winter season, and new soft tender leaves again appear on the same tree branches in the spring. So what have we learned from this? Every living form other than human beings have totally understood and observed the importance of suffering in the evolution. Then why can't we human beings suffer the same process of without any pain? Why don't we go through the process of suffering so gracefully as any other living form? Every suffering is like a teacher which guides an individual to transform to a higher state of awareness or consciousness. A human being who has gone through the process of suffering blissfully till the very end of it by total acceptance can grow in life to a point of pinnacle where no one can dare to even think about it. So, finally, the message which I wanted to convey through this video on the topic suffering is that there is a saying, a famous saying, in fact, fittest of the survival. That is, the one who can cope up with any kind of situation, obstacle, emotions, whether bad or good, any kind of worldly issues, is the one who can survive and sustain in the life which is created by the very universe. Hope you like this video. If you like, please subscribe to this channel and share on all social platforms. And this is Srilatha signing off. See you in my next video. Thank you.